morning, Sunday Cafe. This is Dion, and today we're going to be making almond milk. First, we start off with all natural raw almonds, 2 cups. You want to soak them overnight. That way the almonds will be nice and plump. So I soaked 2 cups of almonds, strain it out. Place the almonds in the blender. I happen to be using the Blend-Tec. It's my favorite. Load up your almonds. Then you want to fill it up with a little water, enough to blend it up. That's about what, 16 ounces. Now we're going to put it on the blender mode. It has a juice mode, the whole juice mode. It's a little loud. Sorry about that. There we go. And then what you do is you use a cheesecloth to strain the mixture. Oh, actually, I forgot to put in my salt, which is about a half a teaspoon of sea salt, pink Himalayan sea salt. And then I threw in, let's go with 3 dates. And let's just blend that up again real quick. Yeah, that should do it. Oh yeah. So what you do is you pour it in the cheesecloth. It gets a little messy, so wash your hands. I washed my hands before we started taping. And then you just squeeze till all the liquid comes out. Ooh, ain't this fun? Like milking the cow. And you just continue to squeeze it until it's dry. Oh, there we go. And I'll just set this to the side. Then pour it into your glass here. Still a bit thick, so what you want to do is now add about a half a gallon of water. A little more. And there you have it. You got your fresh almond milk. Let's see how it tastes. Ooh, mama. That's some good stuff. See you next time.
So today we're going to be making vegan Alfredo sauce. Here's some things that you're going to need. About a half a stick of butter, onion, garlic, bell pepper, nutritional yeast flakes, salt and pepper, red pepper flakes, all of those things you're gonna need. So we're gonna get started by first boiling our water and getting our pasta going. I usually use about 1 box of pasta. Have the water in here already. Put the top on that and let that get started. Next, we're gonna work on our sauce. So we're gonna start by melting the butter. I usually use about half a stick, but I don't have any sticks today. So I'm just gonna use the tub that I have. Turn that on. And then we're gonna add in our garlic. About 4 tablespoons of already minced garlic, or if you want to use fresh garlic, that's fine too. But it'll be about 4 tablespoons, or if you want more or less, as much as you want. That melt and start to saute. We're gonna add in about half of an onion. It's already cut up. Now we're gonna let that melt and saute for a few minutes. All right, so it's starting to boil. I have some green bell pepper that I'm going to go and add because I like bell peppers in everything. Gonna put some of that in there. And then we're going to help it thicken up a bit. Stir it around a little. Once everything's nice and melted, then we can go ahead and add in about 2 tablespoons of flour. And go ahead and whisk that together. And then we're going to go ahead and add in our coconut milk. Whisking that together till it's all mixed. And then meet you back up once it's a little thicker. Alright, so it started to thicken up, and now we're going to add our nutritional yeast flakes. I usually add anywhere from 1/3 to 1/2 cup, or again, as much as you like. After it's thickened up some more, and it's the consistency and color that you want, go ahead and turn the heat down. It will start to bubble up. Now, we can add our seasonings. Add some red pepper flakes. I like extra spicy. Add some salt. And then some oregano. Dried oregano, we're just going to sprinkle in. And then some dried basil. Sometimes I do put tomatoes in, diced tomatoes, but I decided not to for this one.
It's your personal chef, Chef Troy B. So let's do a cheese omelet. I love a good omelet. So we're just gonna show you how to make a simple diner style cheese omelet. You know how we get started. Gotta cast my vision. So my vision is to strengthen, renew, and restore interpersonal relationships through the joy of cooking and the sharing of meals. So we're going to get our pan hot, of course, and then we add our fat, which is going to be the butter. So we want this on a nice medium to medium low heat. A traditional omelet, they like to say you got to have a quiet pan. So you don't want your butter to burn or get too brown, and you definitely don't want your omelet to burn. So while that's getting hot, I'm gonna add about 1.5 tablespoons to 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm using an 8-inch nonstick pan. And while that's getting hot and melted, I'm gonna grab the best whisk in the world, a fork, and I'm just gonna whisk my eggs together. I don't want any air bubbles in them. Now we're gonna start working the eggs. Turn the fire up just a tad. So now we're gonna start making the curds. Now this is a diner style. This is not the traditional French way where you roll the eggs into a shape, and then they normally split the egg and then add the filling. So this is kind of more the omelet that you'll get inside a diner. Nonstick pan, and I'm just going to flip it. Nice and easy. So I'm going to turn off the heat now because there's enough heat in there to finish cooking the eggs. I'm going to add my cheese, and then I'm going to fold this over like this. You can add as much cheese as you want. That's beautiful. Just slide it out on your plate real easy, and voila. A cheese omelet with a top with a little salsa. So there you have it. Quick, super easy. You can bang these out in no time flat.
Hello, my name is Phyllis Edmonds, and I am a member here at Berean, and I am a vegan chef. And I am here this afternoon to demonstrate 2 vegan dishes in anticipation of Thanksgiving. The first dish that I'm going to do will be vegan macaroni and cheese. And my ingredients for the vegan macaroni and cheese will be vegan cheese, vegan mozzarella cheese, and what I'm going to be using is vegan Follow Your Heart mozzarella. That's, of course, dairy-free. It's Parmella Creamery, and this is a nut kind of cheese. Of course, I'm going to be using the Follow Your Heart dairy-free cheddar shreds. Lemon juice, I'll be adding lemon juice, and here are lemons, and I've squeezed the lemon juice out of fresh lemons. I choose to use the juice from fresh lemons because what I want to do is take that lemon juice and just sharpen up my cheese just a little bit. So what I'll be doing is soaking my cheese in the lemon juice before I use it. And then the next thing is keeping it healthy. We're going to have organic whole wheat elbow pasta, macaroni. And if I need it, I'll be using just egg as a possible filler because a lot of people use egg in their macaroni and cheese. I use chicken seasoning, the vegan chicken seasoning. I use garlic powder and just a tiny bit of onion, some seasoned salt, and of course turmeric, we have the vegan tofu sour cream, chobani oat milk. Last but not least, the nutritional yeast that gives it flavor. Now this Nutrilicious was all over Facebook and it's all over the internet recommending people try it because it has such a cheesy taste. The water is boiling and I recommend that you wait for the water to boil before you add your noodles or your elbow macaroni. So I'm gonna put, about a teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna add the macaroni to the boiling water. And as I said, this is organic whole wheat. We have the macaroni, it's been drained and rinsed. I'm gonna add the seasonings because I want my noodles to directly come in contact with my seasonings first before I add anything else. The tofu vegan sour cream. The nutritional yeast flakes. Add it to taste. And I'm gonna use a little bit of this just egg, the vegan egg that's made from plants, just to loosen it up a little bit. Milk, plain and extra creamy. All right, then I'll add my cheese. Spray olive oil. Okay, we're gonna finish off the macaroni and cheese. We've mixed it, seasoned it. Now I'm going to add some cheese on top. Okay? All right, I'm gonna go over here and put this in the oven and get back to you and let you see it when it's finished. Straight out of the oven, ready to be consumed. So delicious, traditional, African-American celebratory meal for Thanksgiving.
So it's a harmonious blend of sweet and savory. Your friends, your family, and you will definitely enjoy this as a new tradition, perhaps, to your holidays. Hi, I'm Dr. Jordan with Blue Zone Island. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making beet loaf, not meatloaf. This is going to be a delicious addition to your holiday traditions. It's something that your vegan and gluten-free friends will be able to appreciate. And also for those who don't have any restrictions, it's delicious and everybody's into that. So let's go ahead and get into it. What we have for ingredients are black beans, garbanzo beans. You just take a can of both, open them up, drain them, put them in a bowl, simple. You've got pre-cooked brown rice. This is quick oats, red onions. They smell so good. I wish we had a little bit of smell-o-vision for you right now, but we don't. We also have red beets. I buy raw red beets, cut them up, put them on the stove in a little bit of water, and let it boil for about 10 minutes. You don't want to overdo it because it'll start to lose its color. And then you've got some lemon thyme. You can use any kind of fresh thyme. Of course, salt, chili pepper, onion powder, cumin, and coriander. So we're going to just put these all in this food processor, blend it, and something I like about this recipe is that it does not contain any oil and no eggs. There are some people who are trying to cut back on their oil, which oftentimes is a part of what I'm cooking on this show. I use oil a lot, maybe more than I should. It's my personal confession there. Beets are super good. They contain nitrates, which the body uses to make nitrous gas, which helps with blood flow. And in fact, some people say, and I don't think that there are any randomized controlled studies on this, that beets are good for erectile dysfunction. They're nature's Viagra, they say. So some people may be interested in that. Now we're gonna put some brown rice in here, which is full of fiber. Fiber is super good in keeping things moving along in your gut. We have oats here. This is your red onions because it tastes good and smells good. And we're gonna put this is coriander. I'm just putting a little bit of that in it because you can easily overdo it on the coriander. Cumin looks very similar, but it's more difficult to overdo it with that. So I'm adding about twice as much. This is the onion powder, chili powder, and some salt. Lastly, I'm gonna put a little bit of thyme here, which will give it a fresh herbiness. And it's time to blend. So you know it's ready when it looks something like this, almost like a hamburger meat, I guess. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this in the Pyrex casserole dish. When I was growing up, a lot of times for Thanksgiving, we would have something kind of like this. It might be your stuffing or some other casserole. I feel like casseroles really just speak to the holidays. And this is a fantastic one. Then we're gonna put it in the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes on about 350, and voila, it's done. If you want, you can also make a little gravy for it, but it doesn't really need that because it's delicious as it is. This will serve about 6 people. The ingredients will all be in the description. Here we go. Looks great. Now I'm gonna cut a little piece. It's a little moist because it just came out of the oven. It will solidify when it cools, but we're not gonna wait for that. Okay. So let's take a bite. It's great. So it's a harmonious blend of sweet and savory. The beets bring a little bit of sweetness, but they're not prominent. If you didn't know what it looked like, you wouldn't know that beets were in it. It's very smooth. The texture just slowly goes down and hugs you like an internal embrace. It's very comforting, comfort food for sure. Your friends, your family, and you will definitely enjoy this as a new tradition, perhaps, to your holidays. Before we go, I just want to say a special thanks to all my new subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you. And if you have any suggestions as to what we may attack in the Blue Zone Island kitchen in the future, just leave a comment. I read them all. We'd love to have you subscribe and follow me on Instagram.